Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to your 11 a.m. stretch break. TJ here. So for today's class, we will just, we won't need anything. We'll just kind of stand and go through our stretches. I'm just going to adjust my camera down just a touch. Hopefully that's good enough. Doesn't chop off my head. Excellent. All right. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to push my hip back and notice that the back stays flat. And if you need to put a slight bend in that knee as you are reaching, well, towards your toes. Now for me, if I keep my back flat enough that I can't go down as far versus if I round my back. So I want you to keep that back flat. Feeling this stretch through the back of the legs, through the hamstrings, and again, the soft bend in the knee, just so you're not feeling it through the back where that joint is. Nice job. All right, so from here, we're going to get to this split stance, and we're going to pretty much like if you're going to take off running, but it's a stretch for that back calf. So pushing that back foot, whether it's your right leg or your left leg, pushing that back heel into the floor and feeling the stretch through the back. And again, if it helps, you can put a little bit of a soft bend in that knee, whichever leg you were on, but still pushing that heel down. Nice job. So let's turn it around or switch legs. We're going to go to the other side. So again, pushing that heel back into the floor. And again, a soft bend in the knee. Otherwise, straighten the leg just a little bit, that back leg. Nice job. All right, so we're going to go back to that stretch, that hamstring stretch. So again, just reaching, keeping that back flat. So again, like you're reaching for your toes. Sometimes it helps to kind of take those hands, slide them down the front of your leg until you feel that pull in the back of the leg. And again, soft bend in that knee, just so you're not feeling it through the back. Nice job, and then stand up slowly. And from here, I want you to grab your left foot or your right, and we're going to do a quad stretch. And so keeping that leg that you're grabbing, keeping it close to the other leg. And again, testing a little bit of the balance. So if you need, hold on to your desk or a table, counter, the back of the chair. Nice job. So let's go other side or other leg. If you feel like your balance is questionable, really try to work on, being a little more balanced or having better balance. So, keep your hand close by to something just in case you need to grab. But just be careful. Excellent. So we're going to go back to that quad stretch again, but this time we're going to push that knee back just a little bit. So instead of keeping it in line with the other leg, we are now going to push it back just a little bit. So when I'm doing the stretch, I'm feeling it through the front of my hip. So again, where that bend is in my leg when I'm sitting is what we're stretching out. Nice job. All right, so let's go other side. So again, try to test your balance. Push that back or push that knee back. So again, it's not in line with the leg, but it's behind it just a little bit. Excellent job. All right, so from here, again, if you have a desk or a table or a wall or something close by, well, I just want you to bring your knee up into your chest. And so just kind of taking your hands and just bringing that knee and just wrapping those hands around that knee. And again, working on that balance. And then you can hold it for 10, 15 seconds if you feel like that's doable enough. And then we'll do the other leg. So bring that knee up. And again, just bringing it as far up as you can to what's doable. And then bring it down. Again, still stay close to a table, a counter, a couch, a chair, a wall. For this next one, right hand is going to grab the left ankle, and so that knee is going to kind of, or you're going to kind of twist that foot up, almost like you think the figure 4, so the number 4. But I just want you to grab that ankle with your opposite hand. And again, feeling the stretch now through the hip, so that glute for the leg that is up. And again, really testing that balance. And then we'll go other side. So now my left hand is going to grab my right ankle. Just really kind of lifting up on that leg the best that you can. You can do this seated. You can always sit. But again, we're trying to get you out of that seated position and to stand. All right, so back down. Excellent. So now we're going to do the inner thigh. So I want your feet to be a little wider than your shoulders. And I just want you to imagine like you're sitting back into a chair, but you're sitting towards one side. So for me, I'm kind of sitting back towards the right leg, and I'm feeling the stretch through the inside. And then let's go to the other side. Trying to keep this body at least at 45 degrees. I'm not bent over completely. So I'm keeping that foot flat on the ground. Both feet are flat on the floor. All right, so now we're going to go back to the other side, but now I'm going to have you do something with that foot. So that leg that's extended and straight out, take the heel, lift up the toe, and turn it up to where it's pointing towards the ceiling or the sky. And you can do what you can. Even if you're not sitting deep into it, or a partial squat, or like a half squat. Nice job. And let's go other side. So again, sit back towards whichever side you were on, and then take the leg that's extended, it's that foot. You're going to take the toe, you're going to point it straight up towards the ceiling, the best that you can. Again, whether it's a half squat or sitting deep into it, feeling that stretch through the back of the leg, into the inside part of the thigh. Excellent. All right. So now let's work on upper body. So interlock your fingers. Place it back behind your head. Push your elbows back in, or sorry, push your elbows back, push your head back into your hands. Feeling that stretch within that chest. Nice job. Breathing. Make sure we're always breathing. We're not holding the breath. Excellent job. So bring those hands down. And now let's go left arm crossing the right side of the body. And we're going to use our right hand to grab our left hand. And we're just keeping that shoulder down. Nice job. And now let's switch. We go to the other side. So I'm not twisting my body. I'm keeping my shoulders square to my hips. And I'm just bringing that right arm across the body. My left hand is grabbing my right. And again, keeping that shoulder down. Sometimes I make this very lame joke about not being a Verizon wireless commercial with that shoulder being up into your ear, like you're holding a cell phone. Hopefully I got a chuckle out of that. All right, so from here with our hands, I want you to reach straight up towards the ceiling. And I want you to allow that core, so you're kind of trying to stretch that front part of your core. So I just want you to reach, just reach, and make sure we're breathing. Reach. Nice job. All right. So now we're going to take that stance, not as wide as when we did that leg stretch, but just shoulder width apart. Reaching that left arm over and towards the right. So again, just kind of a side bend, but stretching those muscles right underneath the armpit into the side. And then let's go other side. So right reaching towards the left. Our feet are still shoulder width or wider than shoulder width apart. Really reaching. If you have a bend in your arm, you'll feel the stretch. You don't feel the stretch as much versus if you can really extend that arm to where it's not as bent. All right, so we're going to do that stretch again, but this time we're now going to come to feet together. Now, if you want, you can cross left leg in front of right. This is going to test your balance. And then reach that left arm towards the right side again. And this time you're really going to feel that stretch through that midsection, but on the side. So if my left hand is reaching towards my right side, I should be feeling it on my left oblique into that left side of my hip. Nice job. So we're going to go other side. So first take that right foot, cross it over the left. Otherwise you could just stand with your feet together. And then I want you to reach right towards the left. And really extend that arm. And again, feeling it on the right side or the right oblique. All right, so now let's go left hand out or left arm out. And your right hand is grabbing your left palm. So palm, not the fingers. So feeling that stretch through the top of that left forearm. And let's go right arm. We'll do one more quick stretch after this, and I will let you go. So making sure we're doing that right side. And then last and final one, we're just going to do a tricep stretch. So it's where you take your left hand, like you're patting yourself on your back for a good job. And you're just going to take that right hand and grab that left elbow. And again, that left elbow is straight up in the air. Just feeling that stretch through the back of the arm. And let's go last side or other side, one last and final time. All right, nice job, everyone. All right, so for tomorrow,